The first season of Lord of the Rings of Power ended up being a massive failure for Amazon. The most expensive TV series ever created. Something by their own words that needed to be a global phenomenon to be a success and ended up falling far, far short. And it seemed like the tactics they used during the marketing, during the responses, the PR campaigns, everything they did ended up backfiring, especially when they decided to attack the fans repeatedly from both the cast members, the crews, the creators. Everyone was attacking fans that had a problem with what Amazon was doing to Tolkien's world, to Lord of the Rings, with this bastardized series. Going so far to just basically say, if you have a problem with this show, you're a bigot, you're a racist, or you're patently evil. Didn't turn out too well for them because the product they put on screen was not Tolkien, it was not Lord of the Rings, and it got completely rejected by the fan base. And now that we're coming up on season 2 with the big trailer just debuting at San Diego Comic-Con, it's pretty clear they have a different strategy moving forward this season. Not to be in line with Tolkien, not to actually make a good product, of course, that wouldn't be the case, but it is a different way that they seem to be handling themselves in front of cameras, in front of fans. It's almost like they were told, maybe slow down some of those attacks because it backfired so poorly on us the first time. And with this debut of the new teaser trailer, the mainstream media going all out to shill for this thing, the response still has not been great. You can see 122,000 dislikes to 63,000 likes. Twice as many dislikes as likes. And it seems like even though the agenda was there to, hey, maybe don't go out and attack the fans, maybe don't bait the fans so much because it didn't work well for us last time, some of them just couldn't help themselves. Not really a surprise, I suppose. But right here, Disbrew clipped out a couple things that I thought was really interesting from the San Diego Comic-Con trailer, or from the interviews. Second-time Rings of Power actor breaks ranks and engages in season 1 marketing. Listen to this. The main actress herself, who plays the bastardized version of Galadriel, Morfydd Clark, had this to say about people's reactions to powerful women.
I think also, you know, powerful women, they make people cross, and I feel blessed to play her.
They make people cross. That is a fucking shot at fans. Like, that's what that is. And this is coming from the same person who said they needed to go through therapy or some bullshit for her fight scenes because it was just so traumatizing. Yeah, you're really a powerful woman. But this is what they attacked fans with in season 1. And now they're bringing that shit up again. What about, Arondir, the black elf who has no place in Tolkien's lore? What did he have to say about the response to season 1? Once again, bringing up old wounds, tearing the scabs off old wounds, and going after fans. I love the nerve that I pinched. Rings of Power's Ishmael Cruz Cordova reflects on being the first elf that wasn't white and the backlash he received during season 1. My character is not in the lore of Lord of the Rings. And that was an issue for some people. Well, at least you were straight up about that. Yeah, your character has no place in the world of Lord of the Rings. Not to say that it can only be white people in Lord of the Rings, but when it comes to certain species or certain groups of people, absolutely that is the case. And it's laid out very, very specifically and clearly. He would go on to say this: it was a big controversy, me being the first elf that wasn't white. I love the nerve that I pinched. So you're bragging, right? When you're supposed to be promoting the second season, a follow-up to one of the biggest disasters we've seen in cinematic history, at least on television, you decide to once again brag that people were upset about your character. I really do. I was so excited to create something new. A lot of people speaking on behalf of Tolkien, I don't know if they understand the spirit of Tolkien. His work speaks of the times. Hey, a lot of people want to speak for Tolkien, while I am the one that gets to speak for Tolkien, right? The activist who is happy to insert new things that weren't there originally in Lord of the Rings. I am the one that gets to speak for Tolkien. And of course, they had to follow it up with one of the last questions that was asked. Again, a clip from Disbrew here. One of the last questions that was asked at the panel. Something that, again, we did not see had no place in Lord of the Rings in this universe, but we have activists who really want to see themselves, LGBTQ plus people who desperately want to see themselves in Lord of the Rings. Apparently you had a big problem with Lord of the Rings, the original story, or else you could have related to that, could you? You have to see yourself represented. But here's the question.
So many of us in the LGBT community see ourselves in Tolkien's writings. Any chance we'll see ourselves on the show?
Maybe you have already. Ah, shucks. So many scoops.
They just can't help themselves, because this is who these people are. Almost everyone involved with the show's a fucking activist. None of them actually respect this world. None of them actually respect the fan base. All they want to do is push identity politics and activism at each and every opportunity. It didn't work very well the first time around, and although it's clear they're trying to back off some of this stuff, they're not trying to be as upfront about it. When they get in front of a crowd, when they get in front of cameras, when they get in front of a journalist, they just can't fucking help themselves but take little shots here or there, or brag about how they're going to inherently change Tolkien once again permanently. I'd have to imagine that as many of those people that tuned out in season 1, only 37% actually finished this series. I can't see a whole lot of people coming back to give this thing a second chance, and already it's looking like another failure. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.